Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking about something which I think is very important and vital in the game of volleyball, and that is the role of a setter. Now, whenever you join a team or you start playing volleyball and you're told you're the setter of that team, most times you're not told exactly what you need to do and focus more on. So you probably or will be told, chase the ball. The second ball is meant for the setter. You have to chase the ball and figure out where you're setting. But that's not just the main purpose of a setter. As a setter, your main goal and objective is to be able to create good offense. And if you can create good offense, then your team is definitely going to win. Now, after you can create good offense, then you have to start, the next step is your team being able to, defend your zone. Because what I was taught and what I grew up learning was volleyball, it's a game of war. So one person has to be the victorious one going home. It's either the other people or it's gonna be us. So if you're going to win, you have to be very, very good offensively before you start defending. So as a setter, your role is to create good offense. Now offense comes in as how well you set, your consistency, your what's that called? Your location, and also the tempo at which you set. That's part of your offensive play. That's part of your offensiveness as a setter. That's how you create offense. And creating offense is not as easy as it looks. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of work. So as a setter, you have to put in a lot of extra time or extra hours to build your skill and your technique so you can create good offense. Because you come to realize it's not as easy as every other position. Because I'm not saying every other position is easy to grasp, but it's easier for people to make progress in every other position except in the setting position. So as you grow and understand the game more, you come to realize the setting position has a lot to take in, and you don't get enough practice hours as you will need for you to progress very well in this position. Next, your role is to lead your team to victory. Now, leadership is something everybody is given. You have to learn sometimes, and you have to grow on that aspect. So you have to lead your team to victory, and leading your team means you have to be able to bring your team together when it's a little bit chaotic down in the arena when you're fighting, because it's war again. Like I said, it's a war, and you're trying to win the war. So that leadership is something every setter needs to build. That is, if they don't have that skills yet, because some people are born leaders. The skill is everything is just there. They just need to do a little bit of left and right pushes and correction and adjustments for them to get back on track with their leadership skills. But some people have to build it. I wasn't very much of a good leader when I started playing volleyball. When I took on the role of a setter, I wasn't very much of a good leader, so I had to learn down the road. I had to make mistakes a couple times and learn from them. That's the beauty of the game. You make mistakes and then you learn from it. Added to the leader, you're also the captain of that team. And that captain wise, that doesn't mean you have power over everybody, but you're the captain in the sense it is your ship. You make the calls when you want to make the calls, and you don't make the calls when you don't want to make the calls, right? So you're in charge of the second ball means every time you get to that ball, you have the option of who you're going to set. Now, your whole team could have a strategy, which is we're going to play this way. We're going to play fast tempo or slow tempo, which I'm going to talk more about in a part 2 of this video, because I don't want to make this video too long. But that's part of your strategy as a team. But as a setter, your captain abilities is for you to be able to channel what you want to do and when you want to do it. So as a setter, it is your role to choose who you want to set at what point in time. That is your role. It's not the coach's job. It's not the rest of the players. Because at the end of the day, when that ball is fast or dog and it wasn't you who dogged the ball, you will have to figure out where I'm setting to. That being said, there's a couple things I will say in the next video which will help you build your relationship or your communication and connection with your players, so you can be really, really good. Because if you don't have a good connection with your players as a setter, best believe you're not going to get the best out of them. So connection and communication is something I'll talk about in the next video, and how I was able to build some solid connections with my teammates. So another thing I want to talk about is, in the role of a setter, you have to realize volleyball is not a game of emotions. You're not here to express how you feel Emotionally, it's not an emotional game. It's a war, like I said. And the word war, I don't want you to relate to the word war as in it's brutal and somebody's about to die and all that stuff. It's war meaning one person has to be victorious, one person has to go home with the win. At the end of the day, that's why it's a war. So sometimes as a setter, when you start feeling, or you start having your emotions getting a hold of you or overwhelming you sometimes, and now you're not setting anymore realistically. You start setting more of your emotions, and what your emotions will cause you to do, it will make you emotions will cause you to make bad decisions and bad choices. So volleyball is not a game of emotions. Keep your emotions aside, and when you're done playing volleyball, then you can pick up your emotions. Because the mistake I used to make before was I used to set with my emotions, and what your emotions make you do is your emotions will tell you set one middle, set one outside, set one opposite, set one middle, set one outside, set one opposite. And that's what your emotions will keep making you do. You're trying to share the volleyball to everybody, so everybody's excited. But at the end of the day, you need to win. And so you don't need to use emotions to win. You need to be realistic. Who can get a point and when can they get it for me? Because when you're setting to get a point. You're setting that outside, opposite or middle blocker to get a point from that kill. You're not just setting to be like, I'm trying to, make him feel good about himself. It's no longer middle school where, your parents are there to watch and everybody's just there to be excited. This is a competition. It's competition, and you're trying to, win and go with the trophy, because it becomes discouraging sometimes when you put in the work and you cannot win. And you have to know it's your responsibility as a setter to lead your team to victory. A good team without a setter will definitely not make it. A bad team with a good setter will definitely not make it. But a good team with a good setter who makes the right decisions will definitely take that team to victory. So in my next video, I'll be talking about more of communication and how to build connections with your player, or how I was able to build connection and have a good communication with my teammates, which helped me very much down the road. So if you're a setter or a player, a volleyball player, and there's something you think I missed out and you would like to let me know, you can just leave me a comment down below. There's a lot of information I have, but sometimes I don't remember it, especially when I'm on video. So do let me know in the comment section what you think, or if you have some other ideas of what the role of a setter is. But like I said before, this is my own experience. This is my journey for the past 6 years of being a setter. This is the things I've realized down the road, and what worked and what didn't work for me. So I hope this helps you out. Even if it doesn't, that's okay. But I really hope my experience and my story gets to help you and motivate you and drive you towards the right direction if you're not there yet. So that's it for today. I didn't want to make this video too long, so I had to cut it off a little bit. But that's it for today, and I will see you in my next video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe down below. It's free, you don't pay for it, so thank you very much. But that being said, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoy.